Syriana.
Ironic use of word.
I see. Okay, fine. Ironic. That's like in inverted commas, yeah.
No, it's in italics, actually.
Is it? Okay.
And bold.
Does it bespeak irony?
Almost certainly.
Right. Symptomatic.
By the way, a Whitbread award-winning poet
Yeah.
said to me, he was on the programme on Wednesday.
Where's this going?
Michael Simmons Roberts is his name. Listens to the programme every week.
It's like James Robertson, Weatherby, George Dupree.
He particularly enjoys your use of the word bespeak.
Oh,
because
good for him.
He mentioned it after the programme on
Excellent.
Friday.
Lovely.
So if you could just work that in a little bit more for him.
Syriana bespeaks the new, and it's not going to work fine, new intelligent Hollywood that everyone's been talking about. Suddenly there's a bunch of movies that are up for awards and that are drawing audiences which are about serious subjects. This is a multi-stranded thriller about the corrupt relationship between American oil magnates, Arab regimes, Islamic terrorism, international conglomerates, produced by and also starring in one of the roles, George Clooney, who is up for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his role as a CIA agent who is abandoned by both sides in the middle of the drama. George Clooney, very, very good. And the torture scene, the scene in which George is tortured, which everyone has referred to as, which has been on Clips programmes, throughout the week, is fairly tough. It's written and directed by Stephen Gaghan, who was nominated as the writer for Traffic. Did he win for Traffic? Maybe he did. But anyway, he's been nominated again now. And the point seems to be, as the film's tagline said, everything is connected. Multi-stranded thriller, all these things happening in different parts of the world, all these different characters crisscrossing, and the general feeling about it is, we're all implicated, America and the Arab states and the Muslim terrorists and the American authorities, we're all drawn together in this web of, oh, what a wicked web we weave when first we practice to deceive. I'm turning into Stephen Fry. The good points are George Clooney, in my dreams, George Clooney is a very good actor, and it's nice that somebody of his clout is backing a movie like this. You probably already know the story that essentially George Clooney went to the studio and said, I want to make this movie. And they said, well, if you do Ocean's 12, we will allow you to do this. But, you have to be in it. And I think Matt Damon has to be in it as well. And so it's a payoff movie. And George Clooney has always thrown his weight around in this way. And this is a very good thing. The bad points are Stephen Gaghan. You see, to me, it's like, Mr. Emperor, your new clothes are ready for you. I don't think Stephen Gaghan can tell a story. It's all very well saying, mishmash, crisscrossing characters. Robert Altman does crisscrossing characters, and he does it very well. Stephen Gaghan thinks that baffling the audience and jumping from one location to the other mid-sentence means, hey, it's really clever, it's really intellectual, it's really complicated, and if you can't keep up, well, then you're just not clever enough. And I sit there thinking, Stephen, if you can't tell this story in a way that is accessible, then you're not doing your job. Steve Gaghan wrote at least one of the versions of Rules of Engagement, and he had a major screen credit on Rules of Engagement, the Friedkin movie, which suffered from not having a good screenplay. And I just don't get this, everyone falling over themselves with how intelligent Gaghan is. I think that in the end, it's it's too showy. It tells us something that we kind of knew anyway, which is that all these things are interconnected. Big business and the CIA and the oil trade and the terrorists, they're all part of the same great big infernal mess. Yes, I know this. I mean, if you just didn't try to complicate stuff so much, halfway through the film, you are literally going, okay, so when is this going to kick in? It's not that I'm thick and I don't understand it, Stephen. It's that you are deliberately withholding the narrative thread because you think that as soon as somebody starts following the plot, it will make you look silly. It's like, no, adult intellectual thrillers. Look at the great works of 1970s conspiracy thrillers. Look at All the President's Men, which is perfectly understandable. Look at...
Well, on the third viewing.
No, it's not. On the first viewing, it's understandable. All you need to know about All the President's Men is Nixon, he's the devil, right? Then after that, everything kind of falls into place. And everyone
go back
knows
and watch
that.
It now.
Yeah, it's true. And what Gaghan, I think, is attempting to do is to take that period of 70s political filmmaking and update it, but for a smart, snappy, and I think that what he's lost, or what he possibly never had, is, come on, Steve, just tell the story. Stop showing off. You don't need to do the electrocuted swimming pool bit with Matt Damon on the side, because it's not serving any purpose. It's just because you've been in one country for 2 seconds and you feel the need to leap to another one.
Who's the devil then in this?
Oh, we all are. Because we're all intertwined in that great cosmic nastiness. And in fact, what we have to understand...
Why have you gone all...
Because that's what it's like. It's like you come out of it and you go, yeah, hey, we're all a bit guilty. What time's tea?
Well, you do if you go and see it in the afternoon. Which I
No,
suppose
but you know,
people
it is. You know what? Remember that phrase.
Time is tea.
Remember that phrase that.
So you go and see this film and you come out all camp.
Remember that phrase that Douglas Adams used, the long dark tea time of the soul?
Yeah.
I experienced the long dark tea time of the soul, except for when George Clooney was being tortured. It's very nicely shot, you know. Robert Elswit's a very good cinematographer. It's got a lovely musical score, which really does the cross-cultural stuff very well by Alexander Desplat. All that stuff is good. It has just too much sense of its own cleverness. Now, hey, me telling somebody off for too much sense of their own cleverness, clearly ironic in the sense of in the Alanis Morissette sense.
Are you aware of your cleverness?
I
didn't know that.
No, fine. I think I've finished.
Just let me know. Should we do some news?
Yeah.
Okay, so more of your... Can you stop now emailing, please, unless you're very, very witty, about Mark's appearance on The Culture Show, of which
What
I
are they
have
saying?
100... Well, mostly it's comments about your lumberjack shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so we'll explain more to Mark about his cleverness.
Is it cheesecake or beefcake?
If not, don't go there again. If not in his choice of wardrobe. So...